If there's one thing we know, life always finds a way. At Filinvest Life Malls, we are in the business of developing potential, inspiring lives, and always looking towards the future. And by the looks of it, the future looks green. For the past decades, we've ensured that all our efforts are sustainable. We integrate sustainability measures into our daily operations, allowing this green mindset to define and enhance our culture, our identity. And our first move towards a greener tomorrow is with Filinvest Life Malls Eco Movement, a sustainability program that aims to protect and preserve the environment. It also aims to strengthen and engage the communities where we live, work, and play. And our malls, customers, partner tenants, and employees will adopt this program. It all starts at the heart. Our pillars of integrity, quality, and service. And we've already taken steps for our malls to reflect this green initiative. The construction of the Festival Mall Boardwalk, a verdant respite for joggers and bikers. Specialized segregation bins, waste management and maintenance, energy and water efficient solutions. Il Corso's I Am a Custodian, a sustainability program that aims to strengthen marine life and biodiversity by doing regular cleanup in partnership with the local government, volunteers, and NGOs. And things are looking bright indeed as Filinvest NG Renewable Energy Enterprise Incorporated signed a 20-year solar power purchase agreement with Filinvest Land Incorporated. State-of-the-art solar panels will be installed on the rooftops of Festival Mall, generating almost 7% of the mall's requirements, reducing our carbon footprint and saving 30% of costs. Sustainability has become a marketing ploy, a selling tactic for some, but not for us. We are coming up with smarter and more innovative ways to be a paragon of sustainability. This has further propelled our vision to take sustainability beyond momentary and fleeting, but rather a movement. As we journey as a sustainable shopping center every day, we aim to leave a mark behind as a symbol of our commitment and lasting legacy. This is the dawn of our sustainability story. More than just the new normal, this is our new life. Filinvest Life Malls Eco Movement. Sustainable every day. If there's one thing we know, life always finds a way. At Filinvest Life Malls, we are in the business of developing potential, inspiring lives, and always looking towards the future. And by the looks of it, the future looks green. For the past decades, we've ensured that all our efforts are sustainable. We integrate sustainability measures into our daily operations, allowing this green mindset to define and enhance our culture, our identity. And our first move towards a greener tomorrow is with Filinvest Life Malls Eco Movement, a sustainability program that aims to protect and preserve the environment. It also aims to strengthen and engage the communities where we live, work, and play. And our malls, customers, partner tenants, and employees will adopt this program. It all starts at the heart. Our pillars of integrity, quality, and service. And we've already taken steps for our malls to reflect this green initiative. The construction of the Festival Mall Boardwalk, a verdant respite for joggers and bikers. Specialized segregation bins, waste management and maintenance, energy and water efficient solutions. Il Corso's I Am a Custodian, a sustainability program that aims to strengthen marine life and biodiversity by doing regular cleanup in partnership with the local government, volunteers, and NGOs. And things are looking bright indeed as Filinvest NG Renewable Energy Enterprise Incorporated signed a 20-year solar power purchase agreement with Filinvest Land Incorporated. State-of-the-art solar panels will be installed on the rooftops of Festival Mall, generating almost 7% of the mall's requirements, reducing our carbon footprint and saving 30% of costs. Sustainability has become a marketing ploy, a selling tactic for some, but not for us. We are coming up with smarter and more innovative ways to be a paragon of sustainability. This has further propelled our vision to take sustainability beyond momentary and fleeting, but rather a movement. As we journey as a sustainable shopping center every day, we aim to leave a mark behind as a symbol of our commitment and lasting legacy. This is the dawn of our sustainability story. More than just the new normal, this is our new life. Filinvest Life Mall's Eco Movement. Sustainable every day.
Hi everyone and good morning. Hello, hello. I hope that you're all doing great on a sunshiny weekend Saturday like this. Good morning and welcome to another Eco Talk. It's only been a week since our last Eco Talk, but we are super happy to be back for another one today. I'm your host for today. I'm Kaye and I'll be with you for the next 30 minutes or so. Today's Eco Talk is very special now because, as you all know, 20 days to go before Christmas. It's already December and we're really feeling the holiday vibe. That's why we're wearing red today. And our guest speaker is also wearing Christmas colors because we are so excited for the coming holidays. And while we are featuring something sustainable, we are also excited to celebrate pa rin naman the holidays in a sustainable manner, of course. That is why for today, we are making our DIY Christmas decors. And yes, don't forget to tag the kids along because this is something that is sure to be fun for all of them, for all kids and all kids at heart, diba? So for all of us, so excited ba kayo? Because I'm honestly excited for you to meet our guest speaker for today. But before that, don't forget to send us some love and help us share this Facebook Live to more people by hitting that share button so that your friends and family members can join in the fun today. Before we finally welcome our guest on screen, I want to talk to you folks about this whole eco movement sustainable campaign by Filinvest Life Malls and Festival Mall, Alabang. Did you know that this whole campaign has long been present and even before pre-pandemic pa, COVID pandemic happened? And under this initiative comes a lot of projects like waste management, preservation of the river park inside the mall premises, and of course, the use of solar panels inside the mall. And of course, before we forget, syempre, the EcoTalk that we are doing today and in fact for the past months. So for those of you asking and wondering, ano nga ba itong mga Eco-Talks na ito? Eco-Talk is a series of conversations among advocates of sustainability and how they practice this in their everyday life. We have been doing this for the past months, and I know that you are all learning a lot from these Eco-Talks, just as much as I am learning. So make sure that you stay tuned because we have a lot of exciting Eco-Talks coming up, especially for you. For updates naman and sustainability conversations, please do not forget to join the Viber community called Traders Fair by Filinvest Life Malls, where we can find people with sustainable practices and learn from each other. Just make sure to scan the QR code in front of you right now so you can be a part of the conversation. Ayan. And because I know that you're all excited, syempre, I won't take too long with the intro part. Let me call on screen our guest speaker for today, Teacher Gia Oliva. Teacher Gia is an educator, a pediatric occupational therapist, a mom, and a DIY enthusiast. Hi, Teacher Gia.
Hello, good morning, Miss Kaye.
Good
I love the
morning.
red. I love the red.
And you're
Wow.
wearing green too.
Yes. Excited ako, sabi ko, I'm wearing my favorite color in my favorite season, di ba?
Yes. Because we're all excited for the holiday season, right? Ito yung pinakahihintay natin
Mag-enter
talaga.
pa lang ng December.
Yes, of course. And you're sharing a lot of DIY decor activities for us today. So I'm leaving the floor all yours now so you can
Thank you
discuss
so
and share
much.
with us these activities. Thank
Thank you,
you.
Miss Kaye. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to all who are watching us live here in Festival Mall's page. I'm seeing comments here watching from Laguna. And those who missed daw agad, if we already had Eco Talks for the past weeks and may nag-comment dito, sabi niya, she misses agad yung Eco Talks natin. And here we are again for another one. And it's already December. We're gonna talk about DIY Christmas decors activities for kids. You know what? I am so privileged and honored to be here, to be a part of what festival malls are doing, Filinvest malls are doing, this eco movement that they're doing. Kasi before pa lang, sobrang love ko na tong i-share ko sa inyo, and I love taking care of the environment, and of course, yung love nila for recycling, for DIYing. Sobrang kita ko pa lang nung movement nila, sabi ko, sana maging part ako nito. And here I am. I'm so privileged to be here. And so we're going to talk about Christmas decors and activities for our kids. At bago ang lahat, I just want to greet everybody a Merry, Merry Christmas. Of course, here in the Philippines, September pa lang, we already celebrate, or we start to decorate our homes because September is the start of Christmas for all of us. And there, on my next slide, of course, 20 days till Christmas, and Merry Christmas from our small family. I have a toddler and I am married for 4 years now. And so I'm just gonna share first how or when I started doing DIY, my transitions of doing DIY. Na ngayon, during pandemic times, people are really being sustainable or being recreational na talaga, that they are started to do their own crafts or started to plant their own foods, what we had talked about last week, di ba, with Doctora. And now, I actually started DIY when I was a kid because my grandmother is a homemaker. So I grew up recycling things already. On the next slide, I'm gonna show you some of the crafts I did like that. For example, I'm from a coffee shop. I will bring the cup with me and I will make some flowers and then put it on a cup. Dalaga pa lang ako niyan. And then when I am newly married, whenever na I've got to have these hoops or what, and got to see some dried flowers along the way. When I attend wedding, I get the flowers and then I make my own wall decor. Hindi pa uso yung macrame niyan. That was years ago. I made that macrame out of yarn only. Not the one na macrame yarn talaga. So, yung normal lang na nabibili sa mga bookstore, I made that. And then, as I have said, on the next slide, I love to make my own boards, the wall decors. I just put pictures on it. And then, there, another cup, I make it as my pen holders, pencil holders. Hindi ako bumibili. Sayang naman, di ba? And whenever I come into a wedding, ayan nga, inuwi ko yung flowers so that we'll be able to have fresh flowers in our home. And then next, speaking of Christmas, I do make my own. Can we make it bigger so that they can see it? Ayan. I make my own, ang tawag dito, Christmas gifts. I wrap my own Christmas gifts. I make it personalized. I make it that way so that yung mga bigyan ko, they'll be able to feel more na the love from me when I do that, of course. And then, I'm so happy that I am able to bring this DIY self of mine when I became a mother. Yan, yung next slide natin. I make my child's own toys. Like, we are not into buying too much, but we make our own toys, most especially when pandemic came. Ayan yung next slide natin. April came, Easter Sunday came, we made our own Easter eggs. Instead of buying the plastic ones, we just decorated the eggs. Tapos, after nun, syempre, you can eat it. So, that's the good thing about it. And then the next one, ayan nga, I told you that I am making my baby's toys. We made Play-Doh sensory beans. I made use of the unused Velcros of our bags or unused Velcros na kung saan-saan ko kinuha. Kinakat ko lang siya and then I did put it on a popsicle stick and my daughter can make different shapes out of it. And speaking of being sustainable, no, later I will share to you a bit of a story about making DIY toys of my child. But first, I want to share to you what are the myths of DIYing. Pero yung yung next slide pa pala, I want to show you there. Yung sa next slide natin, we also make our own cards and we do nature walk. Who here loves nature walk, diba? We use cardboards and then binubutasan ko lang siya and then we'll put leaves or flowers on it while walking. with my baby. And then we also make our own musical instruments. Yan, yung frog na nakikita niyo dyan sa gilid. And there you go. I just want to share to you the myths of DIY. Because for other, parang taboo yung DIY eh. May mga myth yung DIY na parang, yung DIY ganito or DIY is like this for me, so I don't wanna do it. But I wanna share to you why you wanted to do it, why you should do it, or why would you love to do it. But first, yan, i-myth buster muna natin. First myth is it's expensive. Other people are telling me na I don't wanna do DIY kasi I'll be buying the things that I need to use to do DIY. Okay. But of course, it's a myth because the truth is it's actually cheap. Diba? On the next slide yan. It's cheap. DIY is not expensive. It is cheap. Kasi I have shown you kanina, diba? You don't need too much materials for you to start DIYing, and later on you'll be able to see na, oh, you don't need to buy these things that you will use because you'll be able to use what you already have in your hands, what you already have in your home in doing DIY. And then the next, yes, it's cheap. There you go. The next myth about DIY, it's time consuming. So, oh my, I'll spend siguro the entire week. Like some people are telling me, I'll spend the entire week, I'll spend the entire day. It's tiring for me. I don't want to do it. It will exhaust me. But the real thing about DIY, it's, let's say, it will really take time. But you know what? It is time recreating. Time recreating with the sense that I will give you the tips later, that when you do it, it will make memories. Make sure that it will make memories. And, alam mo yon, if you are looking for a hobby and you want some me time or you want some peace of mind, diba, when you are into something like doing puzzles or doing something na nakafocus ka talaga doon, you are creating time. You are creating time for you to think. You are creating time for you to take a break with the things that you are thinking, of being anxious or what. So, DIY is time recreating for each and every one of us. And the most, my most favorite thing about DIY are these two things. First is it's eco-friendly. And second, it is sustainable. On the next slide. Yan, it is eco-friendly. Of course, we will be able to use the things that we already have again and again, diba? Hindi ka na like bili, tapon. But what you bought, you'll be able to use it for a longer time, and other people will be able to use it too. And being sustainable. This is my favorite part right now. Sabi nga kanina, we have the hashtag, diba? Sustainable every day. And what do we mean by sustainable? It means that it will last for a long time, that we'll be able to use it for a long time or in our daily lives, diba? And speaking of it, I just want to share you, ito na yung short story. I'm telling you a while ago that I am doing, I've been doing the toys of my baby since the pandemic started, or even the pandemic, before the pandemic started. And then, one day, I decided I will make the Play-Doh of my baby from scratch, from what I have inside my home. Kasi I want her to learn sensory stuff. Sensory learning is very important for kids, most especially from ages 1 to 5 years old. So, sabi ko, I'll make a Play-Doh for my baby. And you know what? I posted it. When I posted it, some mommies messaged me and they told me, can you make one for me? Or if not, if you cannot give it to me, I'll buy it. I'll pay for it. And then, when I started posting it, many moms pa din talaga nag-message sa akin. Ang dami nang nag-message sa akin na, can I buy it? Can I have this color? And then, you know what? On the next slide, Ayan, kasi I am doing non-toxic food grade and long shelf life Play-Dohs. The most sustainable part of it is that not only me benefiting of what I did for my baby or my baby benefiting with the toy that I did for her, kasi this is made of food grade ingredients lang eh. What I have in my kitchen, you know what? We are able now to hire people na nawalan ng trabaho nung pandemic. Like, the business started, ito lang, and then it grew because the parents love non-toxic and food-grade Play-Dohs, and it can melt on water as easy as that, and it has long shelf life. And yung mga nawalan ng work ng pandemic, we are now have formed a team of at least 5. Nawalan sila ng trabaho, and now they were able to work again, feed their families, sustain their families through this small business that started na from DIY lang. So I'm happy to share that story with all of you, talking about sustainability, that it's not just for us, but also for the people and the families and the community that are around us. So with that, with the myth and with the favorite things about DIY, I will start to share to you very short lang the tips on how to DIY. Hindi siya mahirap, hindi siya time-consuming, hindi rin siya mahal. It's not expensive, it's not time-consuming, it's not hard. And I'm going to share to you the tips on how to have a hustle-free DIY. So my first tip is know what you can do and what you cannot do. That's my number one tip also for myself. Because know what is your season, not know what you have now in your season, and alamin nyo rin what you cannot do. Like, for example, when you see an inspiration and then parang you'll try to do it, you end up disappointed because you know that you cannot do it. But look for inspirations that you know that somehow you can make some tweaks and then that you'll be able to do it. I'll show you an example on the next slide. That is a Christmas tree that I have made when I am newly married, just because I know during that time what I can do. Like, I know that I'm going to do this because I don't have kids yet. Like, I have my own time, so I'll be able to do this. All of the stuff in there, aside from the ornaments, I bought the ornaments, but all of the stuff in there are DIY. Like, I got the trunks or the branches from my mom's home. Meron kasi silang malaking puno doon. And then, may mga nahuhulog. So, I got all of it. And then, I put it together with yarns. And then, the wood na nasa beside niya, we used that during our wedding years ago. And then, I did pull it out of the storage room, and then at the back I painted joy. I did put some calendar on the side, and then there's a jar in there. The jar came from somewhere again that I've drank, diba? Ganon. And the baskets, we've been using it for the longest time. And those are books that I just covered with craft paper. So that's our Christmas tree during my first year of marriage. And now that I already have a toddler, I know what I cannot do. So I didn't do that anymore. I just, we decided to just buy a Christmas tree, decor it, and there's a DIY part there. It's the ornaments naman na we DIY during this time because we know what we can do and what we cannot do. So that's the first tip. Know kung ano yung kaya, know din kung ano yung hindi natin kaya. So for the number 2 tip, decide and start with one. I know many of you loves Pinterest, diba? Na, sige lang scroll, and we keep on hearting, pinning everything, and then at the end of it, we are exhausted and we don't know what to do anymore and where to start. So that's the number rule that you start with one, that you decide with one na, okay, I'll do it, and then the rest would be history. I just start with this one. So on the next slide, I'll show you that one. I wanted to do an Advent candle. You know the designs of Advent candle, like they're very beautiful. But I decided I want to start with one, and if I will do the extravagant ones, I will not be able to finish. Like, tapos na yung Christmas and I'm not yet finished. So what I did again is that we came ata from Tagaytay or Baguio during that time, and may nalaglag na leaf from a pine tree. I got it and inuwi ko dito sa Manila. And the candles, those are the candles that we use during our wedding as well. And then the coffee table that we have there is a scrap from the constructions on my grandfather's house. We made it into a coffee table. So there I made and I started with Advent candle. And I did it because it doesn't need to be extravagant. It can be simple. And my tip is just really start and decide to start with one. And let's move on to the next slide there. I want to show you. And then I'm telling you, know what you cannot do and can do for the season. When I already have a baby, there you can see from the 4 Advent candles, I made it into one. I just printed a sticker that has the meanings of the Advent candles and just put it there. And it's a DIY for me. And that's what I can do for the season because I already have a toddler and I cannot do such things to prepare pa for 4 candles. And there, I DIY our gifts for Christmas. Those are handwritten letters, the green ones with the cards. And we use jars so that whenever na maubos yung laman ng jar na binigay namin dun sa receiver, they will be able to use it again. There. So that's number 2, decide and start with one. And let us go to number 3. Use and maximize what you have. This is what I'm telling you, guys, that you'll be able to use what you have in your hands. You'll be able to use what you have in your home. You do not need to buy everything pa for you to start DIYing. So I'll show it to you on the next slide. As I am telling you, I make my own daughter's toys. My main thing during this season are my printer, the paints that we have, and the Play-Dohs that we have. And the toys comes from everything in that. And you know what? What helps with this is that my child knows now to imagine. Like, we use the cardboards as her castles, we use the cardboards as her crowns, and then nagugulat na lang ako after we play, she makes her own toys as well. Like, she goes around and then show me things, and then she's telling me, Mom, this is my laptop. She is 2 years old, and that is a benefit of what we are doing. Imagining is a big part of their development. So DIY is really a help to them, or really a help to me, making my child imagine more na out of this something, we will be able to make something that is beautiful and that we can use. So there, I'm maximizing my printer. I use a medium for many kinds of activities. Like, for example, look at this, the one that we made an autumn tree. I just printed the leaves and on the next slide, I used it as a medium for our sensory play. Binary ko lang siya sa gelatin. And then on the next side, we use our Play-Dohs. And then here's an inspiration. I'll show you a video. There's my inspiration. Ayan, I keep on scrolling sa Pinterest, and then I cannot start again. And then I reminded, you start with one. You start with one again. And then here's a video on how I did it my way. Okay, there. And using my own stuff here inside our home. There. We'll play the video. For a while. There. I use jars na wala ng laman. And then I use folder because I'll show to you the inspiration later. I don't have that small tree. So I use what I have. I use folder and build this small tree. And then I painted it for it to look like more of a Christmas tree. And then that's salt, everybody. That is table salt as a snow. And I just got my baby animal toys. And that is my own Christmas jar to be displayed on her. I will put it on her, parang small kitchen. And that will serve as her design. See, can you show again the inspiration, the slide, the inspiration? That is my inspiration, the one with the snowman, the slide before the video. And I just made my own tweaks to make my own decor. Wala ako niyang snowman, wala rin ako nung tree that is like that. Or I don't know as well what they use for snow, but what I have are empty bottles. So I removed the stickers. What I have are folders to make us trees, and I painted it with the paints that I have. And I just got the small animals, so small animal toys of my baby, and then put it on the jar. And I have my own snow jar. There you go. And then that's tip number 3. Do not forget that that's one of the most important things, that you use and maximize what you have inside your home. So let's go to number 4. Add you on it. This is important for me as I DIY because this will be important to you too, that you personalize the things that you DIY, that you put you on it. Kasi you'll be able to put more passion on it, or you'll be able to have more joy in seeing it after it has been done when you put yourself on it, what you love to do on it, your passion on it, or parang your name on it. So put you on it. This is an example that we have. This is also a Christmas gifts for our closest friends. Like we love DIY, we love personalized things, and we also believe in this, that if we change the campus, we change the world. Like we minister to the students by teaching them leadership, integrity, faith, and excellence. So we did put it. This is a ref magnet. We use wood, and then we did put their pictures on it. And so when they receive it, of course, sobrang natuwa sila because their family pictures are on it, and will be able to share the value of our families as well to them. And then next is, this is another one that I've made. Sige, I'll explain it while the video is playing. This is one of my favorite crafts or decors this season, or DIY that we had made. And we'll play the video. There. So again, I use what I have here. This is just flour and salt, everybody. If you want to know more, we can put it on the comment section. See, may natapon because I am doing it with my baby. That's just flour, salt, and water. And then I don't have a rolling pin. So I use a bottle, an empty bottle of our sparkling juice. Diba? You don't need to buy rolling pin. You just need a bottle. I wipe it. Or we won't eat it naman. So even if it's not that clean, we won't eat it naman. We'll make a Christmas ornament out of it. There I use bottles and containers as a mold. And then there is the hand of my baby. 2020 is an unforgettable year, so we made sure to make our own ornaments this Christmas, and then we will be hanging it for the rest of the year. There you go. And then I use yung takip ng pen because I don't have straws to make holes for the ornament. And then we will just bake it there. And there it is. I just use my golden strings. These are the golden strings for me. And then we hang it on our Christmas tree. Look at it. My baby hanged it. She's overjoyed with it kasi she made it with us. There, Oliva 2020. That's her handprint over there. We made the star. And then that's the thumbprint of me and my husband. And that's our thumbprint. Tatlo yung ginawa namin. So you can make it on your own homes. I am encouraging you to make that. That is one of the easiest that I am showing you right now. It's just water, it's just flour, and it's just salt. And then put the fingerprints of your toddlers, of your babies, put the thumbprint of your family on it, and then right there, 2020, let us not forget this year, how we survived this, how we are gracefully thriving through it. So I hope that you can do it inside your homes and that you'll be able to post it and you'll tag festival malls and use the hashtag as well that we have. One is hashtag Eco Christmas, Eco Movement, and Festival Mall Alabang. So there you go. Make sure that you put yourself on what you're doing and what you are DIYing. So next, number 5, second to the last tip that I will be giving you is involve your family members. The one kanina, it's a bit messy for me to involve my toddler, but I am telling you that you should make memories, and that is one of the most important things in doing the things that we are doing, the memories, the time that we'll be able to spend with the people that we love. So involve your family members when you are DIYing. Involve your kids on it because it's a great part not only of their development but their milestones, their memories. When they grow up, they'll be able to bring it on their own families in the future. So there's a picture of me and my baby. Look, she's really having fun. And the great thing about this is that they'll be proud kasi. Tas they'll have joy seeing it when you display it na. That will be my tip number 5 mamaya. Na they'll have joy. Siguro may times then na it's not about the activity, but it's about you spending time with them. That's plus points, and that's goal hit na agad yun. Arrows are bullseye na agad when you'll be able to spend time with them doing the things that you love as well and DIYing stuff for the entire family. There. And my last tip is that display or give and be proud of it. I just want to highlight the give na do not just do things like for you or the family, or you can give it to your relatives as well or the friends that are close to you so that they'll be able to enjoy as well what you are doing. Like for example, I posted it in my social media, the one that we made, yung kanina, yung ornaments that I'm telling you. And my friends are asking me how to do it. And I decided, and me and my husband decided na why not let us make one for them as well and give it to our friends for them not to forget how we gracefully nga thrived all throughout 2020. So, display and be proud of it. There on my next slide. Ayan, sige. Let us play that video. I made a wreath kasi I love dried flowers. Who doesn't love it? 'Di ba? Ngayon, nauso na yung dried flowers. You know what? Sabi ko, when I scrolled back into my camera roll, I've been doing this for the longest years na I am getting flowers and I am drying it up. So here's a video of my dried flowers na naka-design lang to sa aming bahay with the vases. But this time, I said I'll get it and I'll make a wreath out of it. There. There you go. Ay, you can use yung parang mga alambre, you can use strings para itayan. And you can use any circle type of medium to make a wreath inside your home. And kung ano yung available, you know what, I wanted to show you sana how to make it with papers. Pero this time I decided to make it with my dried flowers because that is what's available inside our home. Ayan. And look, I am very proud of it. I displayed it. Ayan na siya. Nasa likod ko na siya. Look, di ba? And my baby is again so happy. On the next slide na. On the next, I took a picture. Ayan. There it is. On our bedroom's living room. Ayan, di ba? Ay, sabi ko nga, be proud of it. Kaya ang happy-happy ko whenever I get to see it. And it's at the back of me right now. I'm so happy with it. Siguro along the way, I'll be putting more stuff on it pa for it to become thicker. But as I have told you, at least I've started. Kasi I wanted to be more perfect eh. Pero sabi ko, no, I'll start with one already. So there, those are my tips for you. Of course, diba? To know what you can do and what you cannot do, to decide to start with one, to use and maximize what you have on your hands and inside your homes, and of course, to get inspiration, to involve your family members, and to be proud of what you did, display it or give it or share it to other people as well. So, may nagtatanong rin, no, how much would be the flour and then gaano kadami yung flour, yung salt. It would just be 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of salt, and then a half cup of water. Or tansyahin nyo yung water na not too sticky, not too crumbly as well. And then that's it. Haluin nyo lang siya. Yun na yun. And sorry, I am not able to get an example downstairs nung itsura nung ano. Pero ang tigas niya, it's as sturdy as the ones that you buy in the market. Like, it's super good. The ornament is super good. So there. Again, sa mga bago ring pasok nating mga viewers in Facebook, hello everyone who are watching. Please tune in and thank you that you are here with us today. And there you go with my tips. And let us now go to an exciting part. It's DIY time. I want to show you right now that the things that we are making doesn't take too much of time, but we can make something that is really memorable and cute or pretty with a little time lang. So it's DIY time. That's in my next slide. You can do it also inside your own homes, whether you'll be replaying this video or when you have the materials with you. Why not? Sabayan niyo ako. Be with me in this. So the materials that we need, what we'll be making pala din is a Christmas ornament. So I'll give you an example. This is a finished product that I've made. This is made of cardboard lang. you have plenty of cardboard inside your homes right now because of the groceries that we are buying during this pandemic. So I'm telling you, or when you do not have cardboard, you have shoe boxes with you. So this is made of that. And these ones are just macaroni. Ayan, I painted it with white. And this is my baby's picture when she was 1 month old. And my golden string. I mean, my abacus string is what I call my golden string. So that's it. And I'm going to give you another example on how to do it using other mediums. So what we need, the materials that we can use for this, can we show it? Ayan, I did put some alternatives on it. You can bring their family picture or picture of your child and cardboard or folder. If you don't have cardboard, you can use folder, you can use shoe boxes, anything that you have there inside your home. And then popsicle sticks or pasta or macaroni. And then what I'm going to use now are eggshells because it's what I saw this morning. Sabi ko, oy, parang gusto kong gamitin yan kasi my baby ate egg. Okay, I'll use that for my activity later. See, di ba? Whatever it is that you can see inside your home. Next is glue or glue gun if you have it. And then next is cutter or scissors. Next is paint and paintbrush. And then a string or a thread. A thread, a string, a shoelace, anything na hindi na ginagamit that you can use as a string. So let us get started. I'll make a live demo. I'm excited to do it. Sana okay, no? So everybody, so I'll make a star this time. I pre-cutted my cardboard, but I'll be using folder this time para dun sa other side ng cardboard ko. I'll be cutting it. I'll be doing more of it again with my baby. Actually, she does the painting kasi that is what she loves. So I do the cutting, she do the painting because I'm letting her be involved on what I'm doing. So here I'm gonna cut another part of the star. You want to see it? Okay. Here. I hope that you can see it. I'm just using folder instead of cardboard para hindi na mahirap. Pero yung base ko would be cardboard. Okay? There. Sige. Ayan. Ayan. Sorry. I hope that you'll do this inside your homes, and then you'll tag us. And then to cut the circle on the middle part because the picture needs to show, diba? I'll be using a cutter. Andun pa yung Mickey Mouse ng baby ko on my side. That's what happens when you have a toddler. Ayan. We'll just cut it. Just in the circle one. For the picture to show when we put it on the when we put it on the ornament. So if some of you are asking, like, what if hindi very artistic ka or hindi ka masyadong imaginative? The answer for that is yon, get an inspiration and then start with the inspiration. Kasi hindi rin naman lahat from scratch eh. Like every now and then, I get inspiration so that I'll be able to know how to do it. There you go. There's the star. And then I'll just put this here in the middle. I'll just use my glue. O, diba? With the hand. I don't use I won't be using brush na for the glue. It's fine. Okay. I'll just glue the picture here. Here's our family picture. Yan. There. Ang cute. Ay, nakyutan. Diba? Be proud of your own work. And then, you just glue the star on it. Okay? To cover it. Okay? Wait lang. Guys, I want you to do this on your own homes. This would be very, memorable for the family. I'm excited to see this years from now, 10 years from now, and be able to remember what happened 2020 and how I am making stars in the midst of pandemic. There you go. At diba? Ang ganda. Or am I just proud with my own work? There. And, ayan. Nasaan na? Okay. There. And, I just have a hole puncher here. Of course, you just punch it in the middle. Sana ma-punch. Or, you know what? If you don't have hole punchers, I use pens. Actually. I use pens para mabutas siya. Ayan. So, yung hole puncher pala na nakuha ko is the hole puncher na hindi gumagana. But it's fine. So, there, you will put it here. And then, you're just gonna put the string. Ayan, hindi ko pa siya totally nabutas. But it's fine because I'll be able to work on it later again. Okay. There. Ayan, medyo okay na pala siya. And then, instead of the macaroni, I'll be putting eggshells on this. And that's what I am telling everyone, that you can use whatever you have inside your home. See, ang ganda niya. And when you put it on your Christmas tree with the Christmas lights, grabe, it will stand out. I'm telling you. Okay. Ayan. I hope that I can get it. Okay. There. O, diba? Nagawa ko. And then I'll just cut it with the desired length. Of course. Okay. And then, there. There you go. It's a star. I'll put eggshells. My eggshells are ready. But I don't know if I am going over time. Okay. So I'll just try to I'll put a bit of the eggshells sa baba para you can see how it looks. And then I will be taking a picture of it and post it or tag festival malls. Kayo din, tag them, okay? This is what it looks like when it has eggshells. I'll put more of it later around. And I think it would be good. You know, kapispa rolls, it's like that. It's nice. This is my first time to do it, everyone. And then I'll put eggshells all over. And when we decided to paint it, we'll paint it. If we do not decide to paint it, we'll just put glue para mas maging sturdy pa siya. So there you go. And then lastly, eto, I have an unfinished work. It's my baby. And I'm deciding to, I'm thinking of making a snowman. So I'll make it with her. And we'll put a hole punch here to make it as an ornament too. There! I'm so happy. I have 3 ornaments with me working and 1 already done. And there you go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being patient with us today and really joining us in this DIY Christmas decor with your kids. And there's my, if you want to get connected, if you want to ask questions, or let's get connected if you want more of these crafts, most especially for your kids, not only crafts, but activities. Can we make it a bit bigger? There's my Facebook, Gia Oliva, and then in Instagram, you can find me, gia.oliva. You will see there tons of activities for your toddler, of what we do, of how we learn things, of how we play. You can see it there in my Instagram. And also a hands-on Manila for the Play-Dohs. And email is giaolivaotrp@gmail.com. Thank you so much, everyone. It's really fun to be here. I'm so happy. Thank you so much.
Ayan. Thank you, Teacher Gia. Super enjoyed your session. In fact,
Yep.
super happy ko. I was listening and I was smiling. Super ganda ng ginawa mo. And I
Thank
should say
you.
na hindi talaga siya complicated. In
Yes.
fact, I can honestly say that because I made my own.
Yay!
So we have our own version of the ornament. Yes, with my baby's photo, but may smudge lang ng paint. Sorry. Toddler
It's
problems.
fine. Yan yung ano niya, yan yung own way niya, Miss Kaye, of doing it
Yes.
her DIY.
So it's nothing complicated. In fact, carton lang siya sa likod, but you know,
Yes.
it's beautiful and personally made and painted by my daughter. So it's nice, diba? Nothing too complicated, nothing too expensive, in fact. Thank you, Teacher Gia.
Yes, it's super
Thank you
cheap.
so much. Alam mo, this is really timely, no? Because this will make our celebration this season extra special, knowing na we are celebrating the holidays na kakaiba this year, no?
Yes.
Differently, no? With all the restrictions that we need to observe, no? This is something that would add fun, no? For the whole family, not just for the kids. And that's true. And hindi talaga siya mahirap gawin. So, folks, if you have questions, no, for Teacher Gia, I have a couple of them to ask. But if you have questions, yan, type them in the comment box below. Or let us know if you tried doing your own DIY. Nag-follow along ba kayo? Let us know. What's your favorite DIY creation that was shown by Teacher Gia kanina? Ako, my personal favorite are the jars because they're so easy to make. You only need the jar, salt, some folders for your Christmas tree, and then your miniature toys from your kids. Ayan. So let's see. Teacher Gia, for some of the question, I just want to ask, what is there a specific salt that you need to use for your jar, or just any kind of salt will do?
Any kind of salt, and the cheapest would be the best. Actually, I use rock salt kasi that's more cheaper than the iodized one. So, any salt. Kasi any salt would look like snow. Right?
Right. Okay. It's really up to you to decide. Sige.
Yes.
But for those parents,
why not? Right, Miss Kaye? If you want pink salt.
Pwede rin. That's true. Mas fancy tignan, diba?
Yes.
But for parents who have kids na mas matanda, or they have kids na not in the toddler years anymore, how can they make tweaks so that it would be more apt for their age group?
Actually, I love that, Miss Kaye, kasi as you have told, the one thing that we appreciated during this pandemic were the people around us, most especially the family that we have inside our home, or the family that are outside our home. Kasi, di ba, umuwi sila sa bahay natin, and now we've got to spend time with them. Most especially when we have big kids, hindi sila nagsuschool, everything are online right now. The most important thing is their interest and the way that we bond in doing the things that we are ought to do or we are about to do. So it's their interest. So why not make it a bonding to ask them, guys, what do you want to do for Christmas? Or what do you want, how do you want to design our house? Or I think it would be particular na, sige, ito yung i-design natin na part ng house natin. What do you want to design on that part? And then you can make the tweaks out of there. You can, as I have said, get an inspiration and then make the tweaks out of it. And then the interest is the number one part, Miss Kaye, for the bigger kids. Like kanina, di ba, I've shown you the snowman because my baby loves snowman talaga during this season. She loves Olaf. So, nung naisip ko na she loves that, okay, I'll do something that she loves so that she'll participate when we do it together.
Right. So it's really something that has to be the whole family involved in doing, di ba? Para mas fun.
Ask them what they want.
That's true. Thank you, Teacher Gia. For my next question naman, for adults, parents, no, who are parang overseeing the kids and are doing the activities with them, how do we make sure that we keep the kids engaged? Kasi for young kids, like what we have, diba, they get distracted very quickly. So, and so far as if you've been practicing DIYs, what are your quick tips, no, para we can sustain their interest?
Yes, number one, syempre interest, what they like shapes, or yun nga, the snowman, and make it sensorial. Like yun nga, yung pag-glue, do not just make them, oh, i-glue mo, put the glue, just put it, come on, we're in a hurry. No, take time, have your own pacing, and it doesn't need naman na sa isang upuan you'll be able to finish everything. No, it's fine na to finish one activity in 3 days, and during their tabletop activities, before they eat, when they are in the table, di ba? While you are preparing for the food, sige, let's do this first. You color that first or whatever. Diba? Ako, what I do then with my baby, of course, I get her interest and then make it sensorial. Always use bigger things for them. Like what I use na always, paint is always there and matching is always there. Ano rin, do not make activities that will be too hard for them. Like, i-shoot lang nila, i-put lang nila, that would be more than enough. Parang do not expect too much from the kids.
So make it fun talaga. Parang involve the senses, no? Make the senses involved so that they are more parang there's movement, there's touching.
Let them play with the glue, let them play with it. It's okay. It will be messy, but it will be worth it. Always.
The discovery is always the fun part, diba? Sa mga bata. That's true.
Yes.
All right.
Actually,
Thank you,
their
teacher.
role. That's their role to discover and to play lang.
That's true. That's true. I have another question pala from the audience side. No? Apart from eggshells, macaroni, what else can we use to decorate?
Yeah, you can actually, ang dami kong gustong gamitin kanina. As in, parang, I want to use this.
Pwede siguro munggo beads,
yes,
diba?
Munggo. And the beads that you are not using inside your home. Actually, you can also use crumple. If you don't have beads, munggo, or whatever, the papers that you have inside your home, you can crumple them into small, diba? Into small balls. And then you just glue it together. It will look pretty. As in.
That's true. So it's really, I know, whatever you fancy, sky's the limit. Kasi nga, like what you said, find anything around the foam that you can experiment with for your DIY creation. Sobrang fun, Teacher Gia. Sobrang
Thank you so much. I had fun too.
Holiday season extra special.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
I'm so excited
Christmas, everyone.
For your own time.
In advance, yes. Totoo. Thank you so much, Teacher Gia, for all these easy to follow and eco-friendly Christmas art activities na shinare mo sa amin today, no? And we indeed enjoyed this session. Too many things to learn, and in fact, just looking at you doing it, nakaka-enjoy, nakaka-relax. What more if we do it ourselves talaga, no? Hands-on. All right. So like what you said, the celebrations need not to be fancy, hindi kailangan mahal, hindi kailangan grande. What's important is that we get to spend time with our friends and loved ones as safe and as virus-free as possible. Teacher, as we come to a close, we'd like to ask you lang for some parting words, no, for our audience as they prepare for activities like what you showed and as they prepare for the coming holidays.
Yes. So actually there, again, thank you so much for having me here. And I would want to encourage everybody to really do it. Do it inside your own homes and start with one. Start small. And the most important thing is that you do it together with your family. You do it not only for your own interest, but also for the benefit of other people. And it would be worth it. It's really warming to the heart. Parang sobrang sakto sa Christmas season. It will not be only good for the eyes, good for the mind, but it would DIY with your family or your children would be good for your hearts. Start now.
Good for the hearts. Yes,
Yes.
true. Thank you so much, Teacher Gia. Definitely one fun session today. I hope, folks, that you and your kids enjoyed. And if you did, and if you actually made your own DIY decors like I did, please make sure to post them on Facebook and tag nyo naman Festival Mall Alabang's Facebook page using the hashtag EcoChristmas so we can see them and hopefully feature some of them. Ayan, we are excited to see what you have come up so far, or maybe after the session, no, you will make your own DIY creations. Tag nyo kami, please, and let us know what you've come up so far, what you and the kids have made so far. For now, we have to say goodbye, but don't worry, we'll be back soon for another exciting Eco Talk with details coming up very soon. For now, please keep the love coming by sharing this Eco Talk, and don't forget to follow and like Festival Mall Alabang's Facebook page for updates and announcements. Lastly, do not forget to be a part of the Traders Fair Viber community by Filinvest Life Malls by scanning the QR code flashing on your screen right now. Ayan, you can also, once you've made your DIY decors, please feel free to post them and share them on the Viber group. Ayan, so let's see what all of us have come up with, and exciting yan because that's where we will see kung ano ba yung na-create nyo as a family. Pictures, art materials that you've used, whatever you fancy sharing in that forum and that Viber group, please feel free to post it. As long as it's all about sustainability. All right, so thank you so much, Filinvest Life Malls, for hosting these fun and learning-filled Eco Talks. We are definitely learning a lot while having fun. And of course, thank you so much sa inyong lahat for tuning in and staying through the end of the session. We'll see you again soon for another Eco Talk. God bless you, and of course, happy holidays!